Hello, Rules Lawyer. How are you? Hello, Felpire. Nice to see you. Welcome to All By Myself, Sit, Talk and Hobby, episode 134, I think it is. Yeah, welcome. Should be a nice quiet one tonight, people. So feel free to join in. Want to bring anything up as conversation? Feel free. It's an open forum tonight, ladies and gentlemen, of fun and excitement. So Tom is unable to join us tonight. So it's just going to be us, guys. It's going to be good. Basically, if you're new to the stream, what happens is I sit here, do some hobby, encourage you to do exactly the same, and we're all going to have a good time together. So feel free to populate the chat with anything you want, hobby talk, personal talk, try to avoid politics, and we'll all have a good time. Rules Lawyer, good thanks. Had to work late, so just shovel down dinner so I could be done in time for you guys. Well, thank you very much, Rules Lawyer. What did you have for dinner tonight? Quiet. 2 minutes late. Did you expect quiet? You're getting a rollicking young man. A rollicking. Thank you, Captain Jack. I really appreciate that. So, also, Captain Jack, we're going to have a little shout out to you because you are a cheeky little legend who has sent me a lovely box set of Veterans of the Long War. So I have started making it, and behind me, I don't know if you can see that. You can see these guys are already currently getting ready for the next wave of word bearers. So I have made myself a Spartan. So it's quite chaotic. Got some chaotic bits going on there. It's looking quite cool. Looking forward to getting it painted. And a lot of Legionnaires are already, so there's a lot of stuff coming. So the plan for the 83rd War Host is coming back. What I'm intending to do hobby-wise at the moment is I'm going to be gluing stuff from the box set that I've just received. And essentially, at the beginning, it'll be, this is everything. This is going to be the expansion of the 83rd War Host. And there'll be a constant update, even if it's like one model. And it'll be going on to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sorry, Captain Jack, I've let down your persona of a grumpy old so-and-so. So apologies. Hobby-wise tonight, I am working on a Forge World Sorcerer for my word bearers. What about you guys? What hobby are we working on tonight? Hopefully fun and exciting things. I would be painting this model, however, I don't seem to have anything to clean my brush on. So maybe perhaps I'm just going to be chatting to you guys. That's terrible preparation by myself there. I was going through my cabinets over there just before the stream. This is why I was late, Jack, by the way. A couple of minutes late. I was actually doing hobby-related things. I was thinking maybe my world eaters can populate one of the cupboards of one of the cabinets over there. However, currently my world eaters live here. There. So I think you're maybe moving them across. Rules are rapidly assembling old world orcs. Orcs is spelled with a C for old world. For an event on Saturday. Nice. And Rules Lawyer still haven't told me what you had for dinner. Captain Jack, I'm having a wee crisis of colour. Oh, been trying to come up with a scheme for my Cities of Sigma army and got to the point of overthinking it. Oh dear. I think we can all do that quite often. When I did Cities of Sigma or Empire, I did Stirland. So that was a green and kind of a yellowy colour. And that was quite a cool scheme. Hello, friendly neighbourhood inquisitor. And taunted known, I believe. But I think sometimes it depends what you want to do. If you want to have a scheme that's sort of been kind of planned out, go with that, or come up with something completely different. Coming up with something completely different is hard work. And you definitely need some demo models to kind of try it out on. Like currently I've got demo cultists that live up here, which I'm planning to turn into dark acolytes for my old school dark apostle. Because he hasn't got any. He doesn't have any friends. He's all by himself. And he needs some. So normally a couple of cultists just tag along with him in most games. What we've got here, a homemade veggie lasagna. I'm not a veggie, but I made a nice sauce. We have roasted red peppers, aubergine, tomatoes, basil, and red wine. That sounds lovely. Oh, sounds very good. I don't know what I'm going to put in here. Normally what happens is I do the stream and then go off and get some food. So yeah, probably talk about food is not a good idea at the moment. Might make me a bit too hungry. What other hobby are we working on tonight, guys? Felpire, you better be doing some Necrons, okay? Had this before. You need to be doing some Necrons. And who else is doing hobby? So what orcs have you got, Rules Lawyer? What orcs, old world orkies have you got? I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure old world is now old world orkies, isn't it? Old world. Yeah. Orc with a C, not a K. I think the only thing that puts me off old world orcs is the basic orc boys, which is quite a huge part of the army. Let's kind of get in here, have a quick little look. Orksies. Where are you, old world orcs? However, these Skaven models, oh my goodness, they are beautiful. Let's go through the range here for orcs and goblins. One of my favourite models is the Goblin Wolf Chariot. The banner guy at the back is just amazing. I love him. 20. So let me see. You've got 20 Black Orcs, 10 Boar Boys, 30 Boys, 20 Goblins with spears, 20 with bows, 2 Boar Chariots, and several characters, including a new and old Resin War bosses. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, the Boar guy, the Boar Chariot is quite cool as well. Do you get 2 of those in the box? £52. Okay. Goblin Wolf bosses. They're new models, aren't they? They're not old ones. Can you still get the giants? The Marauder giants? You know what giant that is? I know they're kind of releasing it on a limited thing, but I didn't know if it was going to stay or if it was going. Let's go back up a bit. Scroll back up. Two in the big box. Nice. I've actually just clicked on the big box. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the basic orc boys. Goblins I can live with the little square shields, the big pointy noses. They're very cool. Giants. Heavy giants. Oh, please say the snotlings are the old metal ones. Sorry, it's not probably the best viewing. Few giants available. Yeah, I want the old school rules. I don't know if you remember. It's the old Marauder one. It's very cool. Right, okay, felt fire. I'm going to read this, and it better be positive. Doing some work on the Necron Reefs again. Great models, but surprising amount of detail. They are very cool models. And they're quite, I don't know how good they are in the new rules. I haven't actually played against Necrons in the new rules, and I haven't played my Necrons in the new rules, so I'm not overly familiar with them. But as far as I know, they're quite good. I need a big block of 30 spare boys. Everything else is going to be the weird stuff with some trolls and giants. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I think these snotlings, multi-part metal, yes, they are the old school. Now I've got to stop looking at old well. Too much nostalgia. Giants. Jeez, the bone grinder giant is 156 pounds. How big is the bone grinder giant? The big four-jointed one. Anyone got any idea how big that thing is? In the hypergrip attachments, they are apparently a must-take, more of a workhorse, but they weren't able to. Ah, nice. Okay, that's cool. I've got quite a few wraiths in my army. I think I've got 12 wraiths. That's quite a lot, isn't it? So I might actually have some spare ones if you need any more Felpire. But yeah, they're cool models. I quite like the idea of wraiths. Right, I'm going to have a look at how big this giant is. Bone grinder giant. Size. Say what? It's huge. That is ridiculous. He's about 3 times. I'm trying to find him next to like one of the new funky giants. But the giant I was questioning about, the Marauder giant, he is possibly 3 times bigger than him. That's insane. Yeah, guys, more likes, come on. If you want to see more Dom and less Tom, make sure you like. But no, just obviously give us a bit of love, guys. Lots of love. And if you're just lurking out there and not chatting, feel free to say hello or something similar. Because, you know, more love the better, really, to be honest. Gives me a bigger head, which is essential. And also, you know, it's good for the algorithms. Yeah, I can't find. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that giant is awesome looking, but it's very expensive. Very expensive giant. £156. Oof. Gosh. Yeah, so going back to the 83rd, so the war host, I'm kind of working out roughly at the moment how many points I've got to add to the force over this year, and it's probably close to 2,000 more points to add to the fine army of the 83rd. Oh, Jack, being a saint, got me this. Legend. So I've just slowly started going through this. I've gone back into the going back into doing the Chosen and the Legionnaires. What I'm trying to do with those guys is try and make them as individual as I possibly can, rather than just going straight off the box set. So, for instance, going through some of these guys back here, Got like a 30k Night Lord head. I'm you probably can't see from here, but it's also based on the Khorne Berserker body and legs. So it's trying to make them all quite individual and different. It's even got the 30k Mark III plastic shoulder pad on there. But yeah, there's a lot of conversions going on with this kit, so I'm really happy how they're kind of like adding a lot of character in there. It's going to be hard though when I start taking casualties, and I'm going to have to be quite selective who I take off. So there's a bunch off the stream because I was talking to a co-worker. What's been going on? First off, bring your co-worker into the stream. More welcome. So basically, I'm just going on about my word bearers. And I am making a warband within the war host. So it's going to be very legionnaire heavy in this force. That essentially going to have their own identification on there. So I was thinking maybe to identify them as this particular warband, they will have some sort of like a black limb, like a black hand or a leg guard, or they've got some form of identification. Rather than putting on the pauldron, it's going to be like a hand or leg or knee or something along those lines, just to show their loyalty to a particular lord who will be featuring in the channel in the future. I've got some good ideas for him already. But already in the 83rd, we have got some nice like little insignia on some of the Marines, especially the older ones as well. It's a bit harder on the new ones. However, Terminators, I think some of the Possessed have got them already, but they'll have like they'll have like white marks across their helms, almost like claws. That is to signify their veterancy and their good participation in count. So there are some veterans in there as well. Yeah, that cans and it was as an alternative to the Crimson Fists. Yeah, maybe that'd be part of their lore. Maybe they'll have something in there as well. Maybe they've been on a crusade against the Crimson Fists. Also in the 83rd, there are some older, a lot of these go back to the older Marines. Like I said, it's quite hard on the newer ones. But there's lots of different like bits in there. There's sort of scavenged armor, which I've been positioning on the newer Legionnaires as well. Because I quite like the idea of really taking as trophies or just as like necessity because, war happens and a lot of their armor gets knackered. So there's like little trophies going on. Thus, like, for instance, you've got the Night Lord helm on there. So it could be a case that it's a converted Night Lord into the word bearers, or they've killed a Night Lord and they've taken his helm and they just resprayed it. Or flip the color scheme and have a deep blue hands and the rest is red. Yeah, true. I also kind of want to, when it comes to like the black limbs, I've consciously been thinking like how I'm going to do it. So I really want to avoid any kind of association with the Black Legion. So it's not going to be black and gold because it's very easy then to go, oh, well, that's Black Legion. So definitely I think a bit like you, Jack, as well at this moment, thinking of how I'm going to change things and make them like slightly different. So I definitely overthink things. But it's exciting because, like I said, there's a lot of character in these models. There's a lot of models there. And it'd be good to have their contribution into bigger games. So the only ones that are currently at the moment, which is standard, are the Chosen, because this is the first time it's the Chosen kit. So I didn't really want to take too many chances with them. However, the Legionnaires are easy, but the Chosen, I've got another box of them now, so I've got a lot of stuff to do. What other cool models have we got here? So I'll put some up in Discord shortly. I'm not sure if I showed this guy yet, but it's got oh god, terrible. I've got to get another camera, by the way, guys. I'm thinking of another camera here to show models. Heavy melee weapon is a power fist, and he's also holding a chain axe there. The helm, I believe, is a trying to think what are they called? Warpsmith helm. So there's, I said it's a Chosen backpack. So, you know, he's made up of 4 different kits right there. So, yes, there's going to be so much character in these models. I want to have some alternative schemes on my Heresy Dark Angels, maybe some bone helmets and polygons, and some of them maybe on the sneaky special force type units. Seekers, over Heresy. Yeah, I quite like the Dark Angel paint scheme, especially Heresy rather than 40k, because I believe there's so much kind of room there for a character, because there's, you know, I think especially when it was the Heresy and the Great Crusade, a lot of them are coming from like a knightly background, and so there'll be a lot of heraldry kind of on the like the little shields they might have, knees as well, pauldron. Like, there's so much stuff you can do with Dark Angels. And when I was doing my Necromunda Enforcers, which are there, I tried to take a bit of that. I tried to have quite a dark kind of like base and then add some stuff in there, so we've got a bit of identification on different parts, so a bit of personalization on there. I'm sure it does mean at some point that, you know, they are part of some inner order, but I do quite like these like little extras you add on there. Friendly neighborhood inquisitor. So I lied in a video I made and in my posting channel. I'm no longer focusing my chaos efforts in the Nightlots. It's going into the 29th war host, where there is best place to put your focus, to be honest. But are you lying? You're still on the Night Lords? Unbelievable. No. Like I say, Night Lords are converting over. I've got a couple here with 30k helms. And I've got a couple of Khorne Berserker 30k helms as well. They're going in there. But yes, it's all about the word bearers, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. It's all about the word bearers. Yeah, so hobby-wise this week, I have finished the Spartan back there. So obviously the Spartan is purely for Apocalypse games. Can't take him in match play. I really wanted one, and after, it's a spoiler for Apocalypse game if you haven't watched it already. After Tom's one got blown up, I wanted one as like a trophy, so there will be some sort of Black Templar insignia hidden on this tank, because it is the looted version of his one. So that's quite cool. But yeah, I finished that on Sunday day, and then Monday I started on the Legionnaires. I've done 2 champions for them, which are very cool models already, which I'll be seeing at some point after the stream tonight. I'm going to do a bit more on them, get some more kind of built up. So then I'll have 30 Legionnaires in the new force. 30 Legionnaires, yep. 10 of which have been converted from Berserker kits. The other 20 will be from the Legionnaire kits. And like I said, I'm trying to add a lot of individual characters to these models. I have 10 more Terminators, 5 more Possessed, Chaos Lord, 10 Chosen, a Rhino, Spartan, and I've got some more little extra bits I'm going to chuck in there as well. So I've got, basically, I'm going to get it all made, get it all glued, converted, and then just paint. I'm kind of thinking if I'm painting it in one big stint, as in like not taking a break to make stuff, but just continuously paint. Hopefully improve my paint style. It'll be more coherent with the paint style as well, and be more focused, and it should all pull together nicely. Where I think the risk would be if I just did parts, I wouldn't achieve that, because I think sometimes when you take a break from painting, you come back, you can kind of, part of it's relearning as well. You got to kind of go, all right, how did I do this before? So I'm going to do that. Does that make sense? Is that how you guys paint? Yes, I'm going to build a demon engine, heavy army. Yeah. Yes, nice. Yeah. I after playing art tournament, I very much enjoyed the new codex. I only have about 50 Chaos Space Marines and 5 characters. No war machines or anything big or cool. I think Legionnaires are very cool. I don't think you need to have big things. Legionnaires have got a lot of killing power there. And I think it should be harnessed, to be honest. I enjoy kind of putting characters in the squads as well. And I think I'll get it, sorry guys, it's going to be a bit chaos heavy one. I quite kind of like the idea that Chaos Space Marines, they all tell a story, where the Loyalists obviously have this kind of, we're all uniform, we're all codex, this is what we do. Chaos is kind of like, well, our squad is a force in itself, or our 2 squads are a force, or these 2 individuals are a force. I think it's amazing. I love Chaos Space Marines. So yeah, Legionnaires especially, they've got some cool stuff now, like the re-rolling ones. It's very tasty. Possibly just get some rhinos, chuck them in rhinos, make them live a little bit longer, or a couple of Spartans. There is some cool stuff. But yes, there we go. We'll drink some water. This is supposed to be harassing light infantry. Scavenging pirates. Very cool. Yeah. I think the argument, and this is open to everybody to comment, by the way, that the way I kind of think of things at the moment, the argument I have is between a squad of Havocs, armed with las cannons and auto cannons, and a Predator. Which is better? A tank, a heavy weapons team. Now, a tank obviously is a bit sturdier, but has a bigger target. Havocs, or any heavy weapons team in this are obviously, in some ways, a lot squishier, but you can hide them a bit better. There's not many characters you can put in there. I think Hawksmith works with both actually, but generally there's not many things you can add with a character. One of the reasons I love Chaos Space Marine so much, you can just mix in a bunch of schemes and it still works as an army. Exactly, Captain Jack. It depends what kind of force you want as well. Like you can go with this assortment of random squads that have come together. So you can have like Emperor's too much spent time with Tom. Emperor's Children squad. You could have a squad, and they don't have to be like associated with the Emperor's Children. You just paint them up as Emperor's Children and convert them slightly, and they can just be normal guys that aren't Noise Marines, for instance. Or you can have anything you want in there, which is like I just think it's great, especially after I quite recently listened to the first Black Legion audiobook, and you have got that feel to it and how warbands work. And similar before, I've just finished the Night Lord trilogy, so it's kind of in my head. They're amazing. I'm currently re-listening to the Apocalypse book, where you've got word bearers against Imperial Fists, Raven Guard, and White Scars. I've possibly listened to this at least half a dozen times, easily half a dozen times. It's so good. It really portrays word bearers how they should portray, and not just this rabble of lunatics. Rules were narratively, they aren't part of a huge crusading army. If they're participating in a Black Crusade, it is as a raiding group hitting Imperial supplies lines. Yeah, that's absolutely how it could be. Like you can have a war band, which is a few squads, or you can have a huge host. It's so open to narrative, and it gives opportunity for hobby, which is massive. I think people sometimes do underestimate how important the actual hobby aspect is here. Not necessarily just gaming. We spend so much time hobbying that you might as well embrace it as much as you possibly can. Like how often do you get out there and actually play like a game? When you spend so much time just at home or with some friends and just like chipping models apart, talking hobby, painting models. You've got it's such a massive part of this hobby. So it should be open to everybody. However, talking of games, I have got a game coming up on Thursday against my friend Matt, who is bringing his Tau forces over. I'm thinking of using my World Eaters because I have still got the data cards that I haven't used yet. It'd be quite nice to use them and see what the Tau can do to my poor little World Eaters. And I don't know how many points they're going to play yet. Maybe 1,500, I reckon. If you're watching, Matt, let me know. Because 2,000 points, especially when he's running a brand new army, could take a long time. It'd be quite good to just kind of get used to some of the rules rather than go, oh, let's do 2,000 points and look up every single thing as we go. What else? Oh, so Jack very kindly sent me a couple of these. Ooh, White Dwarf, issue 500. It's gone up with my collection here. I've got a small collection gathering. I've got 500th store celebration. Got a Warhammer Fest collection coin there. We've got 30 years of Space Marines. We've got another. Got the web exclusive Inquisitor pin. A Warhammer Fest pin as well. Oh gosh, what's so many? Look at this. Got a little Chaos one, which I think I picked up at Warhammer Fest from one of the stalls. Is that all of them? That's all of them for now, I think, guys. That's enough there to keep me going. Put them all in my jacket. Ooh. So what other hobby projects is everyone working on at the moment? We've got orcs, old world orcs. We've got a new scheme for Dark Angels. We've got a paint scheme for Old World, for Empire and Age of Sigmar, whatever they're called. Thingy of thingies. Cities of Sigmar, that's the one. And Felpire, still painting rates, Felpire. What is going on? You'd be painting some other units, I think, my friend. Okay, printing everything. Old stock collecting legionnaires. Venom Crawler. Getting the old red and silver. Venom Crawlers are very nice. In the doubles tournament I've just got, I was tempted to take 3 Venom Crawlers because I think the firepower on Venom Crawlers is pretty brutal. They're fast, they're relatively cheap in points wise, they're toughish in combat. They are one of my favourite demon engines now. If I'm going to play a game, Venom Crawlers tend to be quite high up in the list of my my demon engines because I just think they've got so much use you can have out of them, and they're cool little spider models. I quite like the rule they used to have where they used to boost sorcerers and give them a little enhancement. And that's gone away, the whole psychic phase. But it'd be quite nice if they kind of brought something similar back for them, because they're just cool little beasties. They just crawl around, skitter about, and attack things. And also, it's one of those units where you've got to put a bit of firepower in there against them, and just kind of go, oh well, you can shoot this, or you have to shoot this little fast venom crawler that's going to scoot about the battlefield, and see what happens. Rules lawyer, I'm part of 2 heresy leagues, and I'm still slogging through Dark Angels, Custodes, and Knights. Oh my goodness, that is a lot to be slogging through. Wow, 2 leagues. How do you find the time, rules lawyer? And how many games are you playing a week? You got to play a game a week, or 2 games a week, or how's it working out for your league? Because that's seeing quite a lot. That's pretty impressive. I think for me, I could maybe manage a league, but I would definitely have to call in some favours. And a slow grow old world grip. So I tip my cap to you. That is an impressive assortment of things you're doing hobby-wise. Gosh. Yeah, I think we've seen quite a bit of your Dark Angels, haven't we? But Custodes and Knights. Nice. The Venom Crawler and Mounted Guy on the other Beastie Crawler. Disco Lord, I'm guessing. I think it was my favourite models of that wave of Chaos releases. It's a nice model to paint too. Yeah, I haven't got the Disco Lord model. I'm not really sure I want him. I mean, at some point I probably will end up getting him. I mean, my word bearer collection is getting insane. But I haven't got him yet. He is a cool model though. And yeah, it's cool. Like the Venom Crawler. I saw one at Warhammer Fest, painted in Night Lord colours, and the smoothness he achieved on that on the back of the model, the more rounded part with the Night Lord symbol he got planted on there. It was astonishing. I was just like, I'll never be able to do this, but it's really nice to see it in person how someone's achieved that. Okay, so rules lawyer, 3 weeks per game. Okay, and the league with my friend has occasionally group play days. I quite like the idea of a group play day. I've done it before. I've had it in the garden. We did like a fun little tournament we did where I had, how many tables did I have in the garden? 4 tables? 4 tables in the garden. And what the theme was fun and bring models you don't ever bring. So I had like Hell Drakes. It was just a nonsense tournament. It wasn't really a tournament. And it was good fun. A couple of us got a bit sunburnt, but it was a fun day and had barbecue as well. So group play days are quite nice escape for the day, and you can kind of read it round and turn it into a family day. Obviously, I don't know your situation, but I was quite fortunate that I could host at mine, have a barbecue. My kids could come out with the wife. My friends were there. Everyone was very friendly. It was a lovely day. At the moment, the weather in the UK, diabolical. What's going on? 1 minute we've got sun, then it's just torrential rain. Unbelievable. Friendly neighbour Inquisitor, you have 17,000 points of chaos. How do you not have a Disco Lord? Well, neighbour Inquisitor, I don't have to brag. I've actually got more than 17,000 points. And I don't know how I've got a Disco Lord. I've got a Cypher. I've got a Cypher now, which I was quite proud of. Cypher's a very cool model, and I was thinking, I'm tempted to get a Fabius Bile at some point and convert him up, or to make an apothecary and use Fabius's rules. But Disco Lord, yeah, I've got 2 Warp Smiths. The 2 Warp Smiths make a Disco Lord. One could go on the other one's back, and I've got all the tendrils. So, and I've got flavor on the Warp Smith, so it kind of could be a Disco Lord. So does that count? Hopefully it does count. Felpire, I'll come next time and bring my Necron reanimators, never being used. Do. You are definitely invited. You are invited to our little get together. Bring some Necrons. We always like Necrons. And I mean, to be fair, Felpire, from my understanding, is you haven't played that much, so a lot of your stuff will be unused. So if you just go, oh, I've used my roofs, it's yeah, we know what you're up to. Tom, however, when he came along, he used his Red Scorpions and immediately snapped the axe off of his librarian that just went in the grass. Took ages looking for it. Friendly David Inquisitor Tom, if I end up as Secret Santa, I'm sending you a Disco Lord. Cool, let's do Secret Santa. Yeah, I do. I wouldn't say no to a Disco Lord. I mean, I've still got the old Demon Princes. I haven't got a new Demon Prince yet. I'm quite fortunate when it comes to Demon Princes. I still have Araka, the Demon Prince from Forge World. He still stands up. He's an amazing model. old plastic ones. I mean, you know, they're not great, but I don't use them enough to warrant getting new ones. But I think with the Disco Lord, if you got enough demon engines, you want to run into that theme of the detachment. You can have a Disco Lord, a couple of Warp Smiths, and you have all these demon engines. I think it'd be really good fun. So yeah, don't wait until Christmas. You can just send one over. Talking of which, as I mentioned earlier, Captain Jack has sent me. I have paid for it, by the way. He didn't literally just send me the whole Veterans of Long War box set off his own back. He sent me, he purchased for me the box set. Paid him money. Sent me the box set. Very kind gesture. Very kind gesture. So, as thanks for his kindness, the Chaos Lord of the new warband within the 83rd Warhost will be led by someone that may have an honorific for Captain Jack. So we'll see how that's going. But yes, there is thought there, Jack. Funny because I'm still kind of disappointed there isn't a Demon King focused attachment. Obliterators possessed warp talents with a master of possession. Yes, that is a bit sucky, isn't it? I agree. I would quite like to see something. I kind of thinking that the word bearer based one is probably it's quite good for that. But yeah, it's a shame it doesn't really kind of roll into it better. That's what I'm trying to say. Obliterators and possessed, brilliant. Warp talons, Marcus Slanesh for them, so they've got sustained hits in combat, and then they've got twin linked, so lethal doesn't mean anything. Yes, thank you. Obliterators, Marcus each. That's my favourite. Bring a couple back, or bring one back. Heal the other one up. Possessed. What would I do possessed with? It's either going to be Slanesh or Undivided, I think. And then obviously Master Possession would have to be whatever I'm going to chuck with my possessed. Yeah, so I think there's a bit of wriggle room there, and you can obviously have your demon engines. Yes, I could 5 more possessed in that box set. So I'd have 20 possessed. I could have a cool possessed army. Because also Jump Lords are back, and I've got my mutated Jump Lord up there. So he should be the leader. See, this is a kind of cool stuff. Once you get your collection to a certain size. Hello, Orkstar. Welcome. Welcome to the party, pal. How's our favourite Blood Bowl collector doing? And Jack, yeah, honestly, that's what I'm thinking. I am planning things, so it'll be very cool. I think it's nice to have acknowledgement to your friends and associates. Not sure which one you are. So Core Kid, actually, the Chaos Lord in Terminator army that I've had in my army, one of the named characters. He was given to me by a friend whose surname is Kid. So that's where Core Kid has come from. So I kind of like trying to chuck stuff in there to a little nod for people. Also, as well, what I really want to do, which I have done in the past on our Instagram, is so when I paint a model, sometimes on Instagram, I'll pop the model up and then I'll put a bit of like gump about that particular model, like that character. Like it could just be a Chaos Legionnaire with a bolter, but you could have a name and a backstory. Like I had done with Cultists as well. The Cultists were quite a fun game where the backstories would be like 80s action heroes. So yeah, that's quite fun. Blood Bowl tournament this weekend. Finally taking Orcs to match money, which people keep asking about. Nice. What Orcs you? I don't know if you put some on Discord with the Orcs. I kind of hope you take an old school Orcs against Orcs. Let's have a quick look. I think there should be a lost and damned army. Add in all the cultists, traitor guards, demon engines, chaos armies, and imperial guard tanks. Same as Gene Stealer cults have access to. They do have a cultist attachment. You're correct. So the cultist attachment as well, which is quite a nice, cool touch they added in. I mean, there's so much they can do with cultists now, but you can have your traitor guard as line. What's the word? Basic, like cultists would be. Line infantry. I can't think what the term is. But you can have 6 of them. So that's quite nice. I think gradually we're just seeing the Chaos Cultists kind of getting more and more characters coming in. Like obviously they've had another character in this codex that's come out. So Chaos Cultists have got the Dark Commune, they've got the Enforcer. You can say the Dark Apostle is definitely one. They've got this Firebrand guy as well. So, am I missing any out? That's that at the moment. But they can have more in there. They've got, the Cursed Cultists. They've got the Cultist Mob. They've got the Traitor Guard squad. What else? Is that it? But they're getting more stuff. It'd be quite nice if they did have a vehicle, like a looted Chimera or something. Some way in like adding them in, changing a keyword would be pretty cool. I think, like myself and Tom have spoken about this for Apocalypse games, because my Traitor Guard obviously has things like Basilisk, it's got a Minotaur in there, it's got some of the old school sculpts in there as well, so like the Beast Handlers. So it'd be quite nice to have some more stuff chucked in. It would only need a few character models, and they could make them super weird. Yes, it could. Because they lean into it so much in the lore and narrative, and even now with the artwork, you kind of look on the covers of these codexes, or just generally in the artwork, and you can see what stuff going on. So they can definitely kind of go into that. It could cover Traitor Guard, Dark Mechanicum, and a few simple additions in one book, a few character sculpts, and it would add so much personality and loads of ways to play the game. Yeah, I mean the Traitor Guard models are pretty cool because you've got two. You've got the Kill Team one, you've got the Black Fortress one as well, haven't you? So you can kind of mix and match a little bit and add a bit more diversity in there. And the Cultists as well. The Cultists aren't far off being those models. So it's very nice. It would be nice to get some like more cheeky Chaos Ogrins, maybe a tank in there as well. Characters, I think I'd rather at this point they have something that's not characters, not basic infantry, just have something else in there as well, just to add it and make it a bit bigger. You want to be able to recreate Cornscoats and find the Blood Pack. Yes. I think there's so much stuff in there you can already do. Even with just having Cultist, Traitor Guard, and adding Demon Engines in with a couple of characters. That would be cool. I mean, Spawn as well. Spawn happily float between Chaos Space Marines and Traitor Guard. The Traitor Guard Kill Team bits work fairly well with the new Cadian models too. Yes, they do. Yeah, I mean, if you've got the Cadian ones, you start kind of defacing or removing some of the Aquilas and Imperial insignia on there. You can add a couple of little trinkets in, and you're well away. When I was doing the Renegades and Heretics, I got a couple of the Gene Stealer Guard crossover boxes, because the Traitor Guard, obviously, the Renegades and Heretics were just torsos, so you just chuck them together with the arms you get from there. You can get a couple of Gene Stealer Cult bits and just remove the insignia on the Gene Stealer Cult, and you can add those in as well, so you can kind of spice them up a bit and do a bit of kit bashing. Which obviously I love doing a bit of kit bashing. But yeah, I think you could probably do an army with no power armored models and have a nice theme to it. I could try that. Like I know myself and Tom spoke earlier before he decided he could do the stream Or sorry, he told me he couldn't do the stream, not decided. I don't think it was a choice. When he told me he couldn't do the stream, I have a game next week. So I could come up with some form of traitor, a cultist army. Maybe do 1,000 points instead of 2,000 points to try and keep it like going. That could be quite fun if you guys want to see that. We could do a Chaos Cultist army against Tom's 1,000 points or whatever he wants to bring. I'm sure suddenly there'll be a lot of soul cannons and heavy flamers that pop up in Tom's army. So, Traitor Guard and Cultist army next week versus Tom? Or what do you think? That'd be good. Yeah, it'd be quite fun. Quite a narrative thing. In the Apocalypse game, my Dark Commune did quite well against the Emperor's Champion for a long time. But to be fair, the Emperor's Champion is a complete psychopath, and it was very hard to get away from him. It'll be a fun game. Yeah, okay. So that's what I'll do then. We'll have a game next week. I think I'll put the Dark Apostle in. Dark Apostle will feature in the army. However, there'll be no other power armor. No more power armor. That's it. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll come up with a little narrative game as well, like a reasoning behind it. Have a mission. I'm reaching nose today. Too much hair. But yes, that'd be good fun. Come up with 1,000 points of fun. Anything else that from my collection that you guys know you'd like to see? I might put some legend units in actually. That could be quite good. Because I think the Ogren Beast Handlers, they're in Battle Squad under Legend. And heavy weapons for the Traitor Guard. Yeah, I can put some cool stuff in there. That would be fun. It could be like Black Templars kind of coming in to bust up a meeting, or the traitor horde have just got enough forces now and they're going to storm the bastion. They're going to kind of have their own Independence Day. That could be quite fun. Don't know who's going to win. Black Templars can definitely hack through people, hack through civilians very quickly. One of the frustrations I do find with the new codex is obviously that they've made auto gun cultists legend. That's ridiculous. I definitely don't get it. But hey, there must be a reason behind it, right? I did. So I used to follow a YouTuber who's only on Instagram now, and he did a little project. I don't know if you guys would be up for this. Little project of he was Commissar Warwick, and he asked his subscribers to paint up a guardsman and send it in. He'd make a guardsman squad of like conscripts or penal legion. What about a cultist squad? And if you guys paint the cultists up, you can send them in, and they will be featured on the channel, and obviously have your names on there. And if one of them dies, I will make a big thing about it. Let me know what you think. It can be any guardsman-ish, cultist-ish model. Could be quite fun. Teddy God voted to the unholy chaos gods have arisen from the manufacturing world. And the noble ebony-clad knights of the Black Templars have brought the Emperor's judgment. Two, my Kitbash Guard auxiliaries that I chucked into my chaos batch. Lost the rules again. I know. It's not fair, is it, Jack? You gotta move around. You're like, oh yeah, great. Can't use them now. See if Tom has an Inquisitor. See if you can have an Eisenhorn type mission. If they try to take down the cult. Has Tom got an Inquisitor? He has. He's got. Pretty sure Tom's got grey facts. Pretty sure Tom's got grey facts. Oh, actually, I thought of an even better model to use instead of the Dark Apostle for the Chaos Forces. Cypher. Cypher is starting a revolt. Yes. So Cypher's going to be in the army. Rather than the Dark Apostle. He's the voice. He's told these people that they need to bring down the Imperium. Yeah, I think it'd be quite fun. To be fair, Rules Lawyer, because I think with the Imperial Guardsman thing, I made one up and started painting it, and unfortunately, he shut his channel down, so it kind of came to an end. But it'd be quite nice, especially kind of coinciding with the 83rd Warhost coming forward when I'm doing those bits. It'd be quite nice to have that bolted on as well, so you can have these cultists kind of like forming up. It can be old cultist models, could be a converted guard one, and whatever you want to do, just add character. You can even add like a little story in or a name to them. But yeah, I quite like the idea of it, to be honest. Rules Lawyer, sorry for the slow fly. One eye on France versus Spain. Absolutely fine, my friend. Absolutely fine. Let's close up. Yes, it's fine. I think I'm off to get some food in a moment anyway, so I'll let you kind of watch it for you. It's fine. But yes, if you guys are up like that idea, that would be very cool. Quite like the idea of some channel cultists. It'd be lovely. And see what comes together. I also like the idea generally with cultists as well, that you can have like little squads that will be like a little cult within a cult. So they've kind of come together to have their own little thing going on. Have you guys been following the Euros? On and off. On and off. Watched it on Saturday. I'll send you my old confessions. Maybe the more gold fists. Finally get your break or get crushed in the post. It'll be honestly, absolutely, send them over, Jack. But yes, I'll kind of launch it a bit. I just want to know what you guys think. It'd be nice to get some feedback. I've got lots of chaosy friends that might do something similar because we've all got cultists lying around. I've got 4 cultists here that are completely unpainted. We've got a couple of Imperial Psychics. Look, what are these guys doing? And the Katachan Super Captain. He could be an enforcer. Maybe. Anyway, yes. So, guys, I'm going to get some food now. Next week, myself and Tom will be playing Chaos Cultists versus Filthy Black Tempers. Who will win? Who knows? Who cares? It's going to be a really fun game. But, my friends, it's been an honour and a privilege to speak to you all. Remember to stay awesome. And until next time, gentlemen, see you later. Take care.